It had been 2 weeks and it was September 1933. Martha and Daisy had stayed with them for 2 weeks and the business was growing. Chad asked, "So why did you and Dad decide to have Uncle Bob taking care of me for the first 2 years of my life?" Martha asked, "What do you mean? You never lived with Bob." Chad said, "Why are you lying? Do you think you can make it a little better by changing facts?" Martha said, "Look, if Bob told you that, then he was lying. I don't know why. Even though he is a good charming man, he can be a liar." Chad said, "And that is what he warned me about you. I knew I shouldn't have talked to you." Gloria said, "I wanted to keep Billy out of this, as I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I'm not really feeling the business. It feels like a joke to have my face attached to such business." Chad said, "I don't feel too great about it either, but it's making us money. I am okay with that. It's the only thing we have. We can't just quit out of nowhere, plus it has helped Billy go move on." Gloria said, "I know, we can't quit now, but I feel like we are scamming money from foolish people. I feel like Billy doesn't realize it, so I'm scared to express this to him. But Gothical, how do you feel about this?" Gothical said, "My heart goes where others go. I simply want everyone to happy. Whatever is right will show itself, like a rainbow that leads us to our answers." Then a customer came into the cabin. Customer said, "Hi, I came here because I have a problem when I jerk my cock. So when I come, I end up coming into my pants. What can I do?" Chad said, "Have you ever considered masturbating without pants, so that you don't come into your pants?" The customer said, "Wow, I've never thought of that, so I just take my pants off and then jerk off, but I don't know, I like jerk it in the public. Wouldn't it be risky, assuming you do it?" Gloria said, "Our advice was not related to doing it in the public. You should do it in a private place, and without the pants." Billy said, "Your diagnosis is that you have to remove your pants from now on when jerking off, to avoid coming into pants, also to not jerk off in public anymore." The customer said, "Thank you, I have left you $200, also $100 extra, as the advice was so good." A few days ago, Greg, Beta, Alpha and Clownus were released from the prison, where they had been for 18 years. They decided to track Chad down, as Greg is Chad's dad and the others were family friends. They found the cabin from the woods and came in. Chad asked, "Dad?" Greg said, "Son, we got released out of prison. We came to look for you. I am so sorry for all I have done and caused." Chad said, "Dad, you're not welcome here. I need you to leave. You others, you can stay if you want to." Greg said, "I understand, son. You don't have to forgive me. I'll go to the city to look for a job." Then after Greg left, the others hung out at the living room. Chad said, "I haven't seen you guys since I was 5, but I remember you being nice to me. It's been so long." Beta said, "You've grown a lot. You were a good kid, definitely on a better path than we were." Chad asked, "What was it like in prison?" Clowner said, "It was brilliant. Getting fucked in the ass by 10 dudes every night was amazing. But Beta, now that those guys aren't around, we should fuck like in the old times." Beta said, "I'm not fucking you. I've broken up with you. That means I'm not gonna just go back." Clowner said, "Bro, now you treat me like this, like I don't exist or don't have emotions. You used to like to be fucked in the ass, now you just wanna hurt me." Alpha shouted, "Shut up in this instance. I have set dominance over you now. I worked hard in prison. I was forced into an arranged marriage in prison, getting fucked in a princess costume, but the Alpha used the time to aura farm and came out stronger than ever before." Martha said, "Hey, tell Chad the truth, that Chad lived with me and Greg as a baby, not with Bob." Beta said, "Yeah, you lived with your parents. Bob was never involved." Chad said, "Why has he told me those false stories then?" Clowner said, "He has always been a liar. He even fucked your mother in secret." Clowner said, "He has always been a liar, he even fucked your mother in secret." Then outside, someone was moving in the bushes, stalking the cabin.